Hey everyone, welcome to Quest Objective. This is my new sort of section to replace Let's Talk. Decided to make it official, we have its own name, just like Brett's Plays or, whatever. So it's called Quest Objective, and you can find it in podcast form if you don't have time to watch it here on YouTube. You can find it on Spotify, Apple iTunes, whatever. What prompted the name Quest Objective? Well, I figure I'll be giving news on, technology, video games, fantasy stuff, all the stuff that I'm obviously interested in and that this channel is mostly about. And there'll be sort of the quest objective for the day will be those things, So it's a fun, nerdy name. I mean, are you surprised by that by now? Come on, you know me. This is what I do. So, without further ado, let's get into today's quest objectives. I want to talk about some of the effects that the virus is currently having on the video game and fantasy industry. I want to talk about the Nintendo Mini Direct that came out because, that's obviously an important topic to cover. And I do want to talk about some gaming deals that you guys can currently take advantage of because let's get some stuff cheap. So let's go ahead and head into that first one, effects of the virus. So if you are stuck inside, as most of us are, it's been raining where I am a lot, so I can't even go outside my house. Chances are you've turned to an alternative way of entertainment, like video games. You would not be the only one to do that. Right now, the US is currently experiencing an outage in Nintendo Switch consoles. This hasn't happened since, back when it first came out. If you remember that, it was crazy hard to get a Switch. I was lucky that my friend had bought a few of them, and I got one off of him. But it's happening again. As a matter of fact, if you go onto the Target website, the only thing they have for sale right now is the yellow Switch Lite. The Nintendo Switch and the revamped version of it, as well as all the other colors of the Nintendo Switch Lite, including the Coral pre-orders, are completely sold out. One of the Switches even says shipping discontinued. I haven't looked at many of the other websites, but it's the same for most major retailers. There just aren't Switch consoles to get, which, I mean, if we're going to be honest, it's the superior console for stuck-at-home gaming. I mean, come on. It's Nintendo. Anyway, so if you were hoping to get one, better act fast or hope you can find one somewhere because most major retailers currently don't have any. Let's talk about the Nintendo Direct Mini. The name Direct Mini sort of seems a little backwards here because the Direct had a lot of information in it, but it is, of course, my assumption that the reason it's called a Direct Mini is because there will be a more beefier Direct, probably talking about some actual new releases like mainline games, not what this one mostly covered, which is ports, updates, and a couple remakes. So let's talk about those real quick. The Panzer Dragoon remake seems to be a big hit. I have never played Panzer Dragoon. I'd never even heard of it. But it looks like a great game. It's a remake, not just a port over. So the mechanics might be different than what you remember. But it's a great time to go ahead and get that. Maybe you're going to start some Panzer Dragooning. I don't know. Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy. So Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy came to the Switch as well. It's available for download on the eShop already. And Star Wars Nintendo 64 Pod Racing is coming as well. So we're starting to see some more Star Wars games over there. I honestly just want Force Unleashed in there. But if I'm going to be honest, I want most games on Switch because that's my preferred platform. It's whatever. Ring Fit got an update. So if you're stuck inside, you need to do some exercise. Well then, you've got a new version of Ring Fit to do. It's a rhythm mode. Which I think is interesting. Mario Party, the rhythm mode on that, if you guys know that, it's a bunch of sound-based minigames. That is one of my favorite versions of the game and by far the most frustrating for me because apparently I have no rhythm. Ethan, however, is really good at them. Let's talk about some ports coming to the Nintendo Switch that were talked about in this Direct. So this one's a big one. I'm excited for it. Hopefully you all will be too. Borderlands is coming to Switch. Except for the third one. But other than that, every other Borderlands is coming. That's Borderlands 1, Borderlands 2, and Borderlands the pre-sequel. We're going to be able to play them all on Switch, and in my personal opinion, it's going to be great to see Handsome Jack on Switch. Am I right? Am I right? But yeah, so look forward to that. Also, Bioshock 1, 2, and 3 are coming as well to Switch. That's a great game series. I know it's got a big fan base already. If you haven't bought into it, now might be the time to do that. Same with Borderlands. I have that for the PC already, but I might go ahead and get them on Switch anyway because, again, it's just another chance to play these games on a mobile platform, which, you know, that's a different way of play style. Borderlands is a console game or PC game, and you can't really take your PC or your console with you. If you can, kudos, I guess. Weird flex. Whatever. I don't know. But yeah, it's going to be great to see those on mobile, on Nintendo Switch. And I think that is, of course, still the biggest draw to the Nintendo Switch. The fact that you really can take it anyway. For a while, I sort of forgot that with my Switch. I was playing it a lot in docked mode, and then, you know, all of a sudden I was like, well, I can just undock this and play. Like, it didn't occur to me, because it is still sort of weird to think that, you know, this console just goes docked, undocked. But yeah, so be prepared to play Bioshock and Borderlands docked and undocked. Xenoblade Chronicles, the Definitive Edition, got an official release date. That is May 29th. So you might want to mark your calendars for that. May 29th is when Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition will come over to the Nintendo Switch. I'm looking forward to that. I haven't been able to play Xenoblade Chronicles 1. I'm going to get into 2 here pretty soon. It's on my list of games to play. So, but I might just wait until May, which seems like a long time. But I got a big backlog of games so that I can just play through the Definitive Edition. I think it's going to look great. I saw some of the gameplay for it. Looks beautiful. I think I've heard that it's a really beautiful looking game, and for me, I like a lot of just looking at pretty stuff. Yeah, Skyrim. That did that to me. Moving on from that, we also have XCOM 2 coming to the Nintendo Switch, and that includes all the DLC that was released for that as well. So I'll go ahead and take advantage of that. That is also part of the 2K Games partnering with Nintendo Switch to bring all these games over. So shout out to them for doing the partnership that everyone apparently wanted, because it's happening. Good job. Way to partner. And I think that's what I would like to see more of, if I'm going to be honest. There are a lot of games, I think, that have great potential on Switch. They just need to be moved over there, and the more companies that Nintendo can partner with, then the more we can rely on seeing games come over, not just now, but also in the future. So this is a great trend towards bringing some classic and really good, really big AAAs onto Switch, which right now has a larger indie library than it does AAA. Not that that's a bad thing, but I do look forward to seeing maybe some more balance to that. Talking about Smash Bros, the next Smash DLC fighter has sort of been announced. We know it'll be a character from ARMS, and some people are up in arms about that. Oh, great pun. No, but seriously, some people are upset, and they're like, ARMS is a bad game. Nobody plays ARMS anymore. And, I gotta ask, Smash community, as someone who doesn't own Smash, I don't feel your pain, but why is it such a big deal with all these fighter pass? Some people hate Hero because, ooh, an Animu character, and Terry because no one's heard of Terry. Who even is that? And, of course, Byleth because, well, Fire Emblem is frankly overrepresented. I'll give you that one. But ARMS is a AAA title from Nintendo that's been around for most of the Switch, so it makes sense. Now, we don't know which specific character from ARMS is coming over, but we do know that it'll be on the Fighter Pass. So whether that's incentive to buy into the Fighter Pass for you or to opt out of getting the second Fighter Pass, I would caution to just wait and see. Maybe, it's only worth it to buy one hero out of the pass for you. I don't know, can't make that decision for you. I can only tell you what's going on. Now let's talk about some of the information that you all want to hear. The big game, the most powerful release. I'm talking Pokemon. Pokemon Sword and Shield, we got some more updates for the Isle of Armor DLC. Still set to release in June, although there is a bit of caution that, of course, due to the virus, we could see that pushed back a little bit. But right now, Isle of Armor still set to come out in June, and we got a little bit of information regarding the legendary Pokemon Kubfu. So, Kubfu you receive from Mustard, who is a former champion. I think he even trained Leon? Might need some fact check on that. But regardless, he will be your sensei in the Isle of Armor expansion pass. and you will receive Kubfu from him. And Kubfu is a legendary Pokemon that evolves into Urshifu, which just makes me think of Master Shifu from Kung Fu Panda. But hey, maybe that's the point. Maybe that's what they were going for. But Urshifu has two forms. It has Single Strike style, which is a fighting dark type. And then there is Rapid Strike style, which is fighting water type. Now, the way in which you evolve Kubfu into one of these Urshifu is by climbing a tower. There will be 2 towers in the game, but you can only climb one. So you can't get both Urshifu. You have to choose one or the other. Which, that makes sense, you know. Well, what were you expecting? But, so Tower of Darkness is the one that you climb to get the fighting dark type Urshifu. And the Tower of Water will be the one that you climb to get the water type Urshifu. So whichever way you plan to go with that, just know that once you make the decision, that is the decision you've made. You can only climb one tower, and you can only get the one type. Other than that, Isle of Armor, not a whole lot there. We do know there's more clothing items coming, more Pokemon are coming, and I'm sure we'll get more updates on that in the future. Last thing I want to talk about here today is some of the deals that you can take advantage of while we're on this quarantine. If you've got plenty of time to kill and there's some games you've been hoping to get, then I would encourage you to go ahead and take a look at what's out there, because there's some great sales going on. Ubisoft right now has a pretty big spring sale going on. They extended the date to April 1st, I believe, so not a lot of time left on that, but go ahead and get out there, take advantage of it while you can. The games on sale are everything from like Assassin's Creed to The Division 2. The Division 2 Standard Edition is like $9.80. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is $19.80, and I believe Tom Clancy's Breakpoint is as well. Now, those are the standard editions of the game, but if you haven't picked any of them up and the $60 price tag for them is a bit of a put-off, or the $30 for the Division, I would encourage you to go ahead and take advantage of that deal. They're also on sale on Stadia. If you're a pro member, those same games for the same price. It's a good time to take advantage of that. If you're a Stadia user, I use Stadia for a lot of games. I've been playing all the Tomb Raiders on there, so if anyone says it's a bad console, well, first of all, it's not a console. And second of all, you're wrong. But take advantage of some deals. I think Steam has a publisher sale going on for Ubisoft, as well as there's a plethora of games that are on sale. Whether or not it's just coincidence with the virus, or if they're specifically on sale because of the virus, I don't particularly know. I think it's a bit of both. Sales that were spring sales are being extended so that we can take advantage of them. But for sure, I would encourage you to do that. And also, I'd encourage you to be safe. It's a little hectic out there, and some people are taking it better than others, but go ahead, follow the regulations in whatever country you're in. I have a stay-at-home order, so I'm not going around visiting friends, so I'm going a little stir-crazy, and I know some of you are as well. So maybe this video gave you some time to, I don't know, relax, de-stress, feel some other human contact. Whatever it is it does for you, I hope you enjoyed the content. Stay home, stay safe, make sure to wash your hands, keep clean, and I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and if you want this in podcast form, download it off of wherever you get your podcasts from. This has been today's Quest Objectives. See you in the next episode. Bye!